haven't been able to get on and do videos for you guys, so I apologize for that. I'm not really much on putting all of that on camera. We're more here about doing our gardening and the fun stuff. So today, like I said, it's been a crazy month, so I got kind of behind on a lot of things. So today I'm going to start taking down our green beans. My grandson got to come over yesterday and pull some green beans with me, so that was fun. I was just waiting for him to come over so he was able to do that and have that memory. But as you can see, they're done. And I got to get these pulled down and get my peas up. I don't know if they're going to make it or not. I don't know. I probably am going to be planting too late. But you know what? We're in that season. So we will do what we can do and we'll see if it works. I have onions over on the table that need to be put in. I have garlic in the refrigerator that still hasn't been put in. I've got all of this that still needs to come down. As you can see, my pepper plants all need to be trimmed back. We'll probably trim them back to here, but I think we're just going to leave them like this until we start getting into the beginning of spring, and then we'll cut them back. Just because if we get a frost, I don't want it killing the newer growth. So we're gonna do that. My zucchini here, I still got a couple zucchini on there, but not too much to scream about. So those will be coming out. So we just have a lot of things that we need to catch up on today, and so we're gonna take care of that. And I have the green bean bushes over there that are also gonna need to be pulled. We got down maybe to 35 is the lowest we've gotten so far, and I'll show you what they look like. I'll just take a walk over here because the rest of the garden is looking amazing. So you remember that we only had the one winter squash in here. And look at that, he's still not really doing anything, so we're probably just gonna pull all of this. So my recommendation there would be don't plant your squash underneath your trees, because especially these guys, because they go dormant, they don't need water. Squash needs water. So you don't have the right water variable. So that's what I learned with that. And then you can see here that these guys got a little bit cold, that they are cold sensitive, and so they're not doing too well. But I've still got some beans in here that we need to get we need to process. There's a bunch of them in here, so I'll process all that and then I'll pull that. And you know, this is maybe, I don't want to put my garlic or my onions in here because they're in the ground for like 6 months. So I want to try them in a container where I can control the water and not the whole rest of the bed is going to get affected. So another thing we need to work on next year is our tomatoes. I did not do well on the tomatoes. But look at this other stuff. This is the cabbage or Brussels sprouts, I can't remember. This is that, darn it, I can't remember the name of it. It starts with a K. It's a Korean leafy green that's like spinach. It's beautiful. And then of course we have the kale, and we have our cabbage here. Looks like something's been trying to chomp on the cabbage leaves, but not too bad. And then we got our Brussels sprouts, more kale. I put some dill in. Remember us doing that. Look, that's growing pretty good. The cilantro's going crazy because it loves this kind of weather. And then back there is more of that Korean spinach. And this bed here is just doing amazing. Look at how pretty that is. This here, I just love this. This is going to be red cabbage. Look at that, the leaves and the veins on the leaves with that. And this is the blueberry. You can see a little tiny ones.
That's adorable.
Yeah, those are little blueberry tomatoes. And then we got all of this going on in here. I mean,
Yep.
all of our greens are doing really good, and they're withstanding any of the, you know, cold temperatures that we have. So that's doing pretty good. Our kumquat tree is coming along. Look at this, you guys. Our cara is really changing colors. Our one little cara down there.
Oh my gosh, the lemon tree.
The lemon tree is awesome too. And this is another thing we need to do. We need to cut back all the basil.
Again.
But right now, I've got all the basil that I need, so I'm letting the pollinators do what they need to do. But look at, these are filled in. And look at how tiny they are. And this is when you know that they're ready. They like pop out of their skins. And these are the purple tomatillos. And then down here further, we got the bigger ones. But look at just, you guys, is this normal? Look at these little purple tomatillos. They're so tiny. I don't know if that's the variety I got or what, but if you go on the other side, you can see, oh, but look at this. Look at that. Look at that kumquat. Isn't that beautiful? I'm not going to eat it right now while I'm on here with you because I'll have a mouthful. The limeclot tree is going crazy too. Look at all the limeclots on there. Oh my goodness. There's a good one in here.
You might have to have a tequila night. Just kidding.
Lemons. The lemons are just amazing. They look so good. There's so many. More than we've ever had on this tree so far. Look at those two down there. Those are beautiful.
Yeah.
And here's the tomatillos. See, they're filling in. They're filling in nice. But they still have a ways to go. Now see, this one's ready. Look at that one. So you can tell that it's ready because it's coming out of its skin right there.
Yeah. So
this one's ready to go. So we'll have to go through here and pull the ones that are ready to go because I feel a few of them. And I heard that they store a long time in the refrigerator, so that's good. And then back here we have, I put some nasturtiums back here. So those should take off here pretty quick. And this is our purple bell. And this is where Scarlet has just totally chewed up my lettuce, but it's trying to come back. And look at this, you guys. This is basil. It's just
that's
crazy.
basil?
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, see all the bees just love the flowers, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
Don't want to take it down.
That's so pretty too.
Yeah, those ones are pretty. And here, these are pansies. We're trying to grow some pansies in here. That needs to be watered.
Everything needs to be watered.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you guys have ever heard the saying that, you know, things come in seasons. And in this season of my life, we have a lot going on medically, and we're just trying to get through all of that and still keep everything going. So that's what we're doing right now. So
should we open a pomegranate? I think there's more ready.
Yesterday was Thanksgiving, and so we put one of our pomegranate seeds in this fruit dish that I make, and it was so good. A little tart, but good.
Just look at all these little babies.
So
this one looks like it's ready. I mean,
look at how huge that is.
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't even know if I can get it out of this without having to rip it off.
Here. We'll just rip it off.
Oh.
Here, I got it. You got scissors in your hand.
I don't want to ruin my thing.
Okay. How many? Yeah, I can send them in.
Haha. Okay. Let's see if we can take this over here. And our big plan was to plant a bunch of the, well, not a bunch, but the rest of our trees. We still had the fig tree and a couple of other trees that we were going to be planting, and we're going to have to wait on that. There's just, you know, there's a time to do and a time that you can't, and you can't stress on what you can't do right now. you do what you can do and give yourself grace, because you just can't always do everything. And they'll be okay. We'll keep watering them in their pots and they'll be all right. And when we can get to it, they'll be very happy to get into the ground. Sometimes you just have to put things on hold and work through your season. Do what you can do and don't sweat it.
You're about to write a country music song.
Look at that. Look at that beautiful pomegranate.
I'll have to open it up.
Oh my gosh. So
how do you open a pomegranate?
I need to learn how to do it gracefully before I show you guys. So I'm gonna study it first and then we'll come back and we'll open it together. Okay, you guys, we got a little bit accomplished here. If you remember, I had this table here all full of those pepper plants. We got all of those off and took them over there. And then we'll walk over there and show you what we did there. I am going to take this netting here and put it on that front side of that trellis because we had chicken wire over there. And when I was pulling out the zucchini plants that were pretty well done, I found a zucchini plant that just had a huge gash in it where a rat had been in there eating the plant. So I think that's how they were getting into that area, because we have chicken wire all over this thing. I mean, if there's a will, there's a way, but still. So here we've got this chicken wire all the way around this thing, but we had a smaller one that went across this opening here. So I'm going to put this up along here to close this off. But in the meantime, I've got all the little babies that were in the cups, got those planted. Those are in here now. And then we put all of these plants all the way down in here so that we can create some kind of a greenhouse. Haven't figured out exactly how we're going to do it yet, but we're going to create a greenhouse here to protect all of these plants so we can have another crop again next season. And then on this side, we still had a few that I had to put in here, but along the whole trellis on this side, I put sugar snaps and sugar daddies peas. So those will climb all the way up this trellis with any luck. Hopefully they get enough sunlight to reach for the sun there. So they're planted all the way along here, and then we still have these pepper plants here from over there on that table. So like you can see, we have a ton of pepper plants, but I'm really hoping that they come back better next year once we trim them back and they can bush out more, is our hope, in the spring. Otherwise, we're going to quit doing containers and just do what we can in the ground, because if the containers they're not going to get the right nutrients in the containers. I'd rather just find another spot, like where we had that table over there. I'm thinking take that down and build a raised bed right there. That gets a lot of sun, and put a raised bed there and use that for a pepper garden. Since they're perennials, I don't want to use this garden because this is where we're going to be doing a lot of our crops, because it gets the best sun, and I can protect it better with the trellises. So now that we got this done, we got that cleaned up, now I have to put together a couple grow bags for onions, and we're going to stratify some carrots. We're going to do that together, and we still need to open that pomegranate. Those are my 3 things I still want to get done today, plus cleaning out those green beans. I think I'm going to do that next, actually, is cleaning out that green bean bed and putting some, I think I'm going to do some spinach and some beets in that area right there, see how that turns out. So we'll be back. All right, we are back with our pomegranate. I did some research on it, and so there's different ways you can do it, but the main part is the same. So you're supposed to cut on this end, cut this top off.
Oh my gosh, that looks amazing.
Okay, and then it has segments. As you can see where it bulges out here, there's 6 segments. So you cut into the segment, but you don't cut all the way in. You just go about 1/8 of an inch in and then go down on all of these segments.
How long did those pomegranates take to form?
They started in the spring, and now we are in the end of November. So they take a good while, and they need good watering so that they don't crack. If they don't get good water, they're not gonna do well, and you're gonna get a lot of cracking. So the next part, you can kind of dig in here and get a little bit more of that core out. Okay, then you're gonna turn it upside down. Oh wait, 1 second. I need a spoon. Okay, so we cored that little area out. Now you're just gonna turn it upside down. You're gonna put your hands in here and you're gonna kind of tear it apart. Now you can have this full of water and you can go in there with your hands and take out all the membranes. And then the membranes would end up floating to the top and you could just scoop all of that out. Another way that it showed is you open it like this and then you just start hitting it with a spoon over your bowl. Always have the pomegranate down.
I got it. It's delicious, you guys.
And you just keep pounding on it. Okay, you get a fly away every once in a while.
Can dogs have pomegranates?
They can. I would say anything with animals, research before you do anything.
No, I'm like saying if they fall on the floor, like your dog.
So look at that, you guys. See, I got most of it out already. So that took care of 90% of that pomegranate. Look at that. It just left a little bit in there, and that was so simple. And then you can just go in here with the little pieces that still fell in here and open them up and clean those out. But wow, that was so much easier than trying to segment each piece like I've done in the past. So then we had some other ones that we just took off of the tree that were tiny, that had split open, that I'm going to do the same thing with. And then you can keep these in the refrigerator for a certain amount of time, but they can also be frozen. And you can use them in your smoothies, you can put them on your salads. And when they're frozen, you can just take out what you need, and then
you can use them as ice cubes for wine. I recommend for a red blend.
So look at that, you guys. It took us what? A couple minutes, and we've got all these beautiful pearls. So it just needs to have a little bit of a clean out here.
And barely any weren't like ready. Like I would say this one wasn't ready.
know. Yep. So here we go. Finished product. So here's a short tip for getting your pomegranates for the season, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week.